Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of New York Giants Football Talk. Kenny K here. New logo in the right corner there. Worked on it today. We're gonna tweak. We're gonna mess with it in the next couple of weeks, and maybe we'll get a little contest in and see which logo everybody likes the best. But speaking of logos, we got our sponsor, unofficial sponsor, Lion Coffee. Also, Lion Coffee, Patrick Wiltsey, one of our good friends out there in Hawaii, lioncoffee.com. Use the code Patrick10, 10% off of your coffee needs, coffee products, anything on lioncoffee.com. Thank you, Patrick. That being said, Super Bowl's over, off season's here. Paul Rosen's here, my best friend, my brother from another, my co-host on New York Football Giants Talk. Paul, how are we doing this lovely Tuesday evening where the weather finally warmed up on our East Coast?
Yep. Good evening, Kenny. Good evening, everybody. Glad to be here. Like you mentioned, Super Bowl's over. That was a snooze fest, unless you were a Seattle Seahawks fan. Congratulations to them. But our off season is here, and we're excited about that. And we expect good things in the next few weeks and months. So can't wait to get started.
Absolutely. And off season's going to be a big one and a very, very important one, I think, for the New York Giants to get back on track and from their multiple losing seasons in a row. But we'll give some people their the usual time to get into the show. But I think we got a nice agenda lined up for everybody. I'm gonna switch spots. You're gonna run the agenda tonight, and it's a good one. I'm excited about it. And Paul, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Kenny. So, speaking of the Super Bowl, the Patriots went from worst to almost first. They did get to the Super Bowl, did not win it. But with that being said, the Giants, one of the worst teams this year. Now we have one of the great coaches of all time, John Harbaugh, and a great staff. Could the Giants become next year's New England Patriots? So this is an interesting topic that I'm going to punt back to Kenny, and let's see the comparison between the New York Football Giants and the New England Patriots.
We're gonna do this like we'll do it a simple game, Paul, and the audience when they come in, we'll explain. They can play along. I'm gonna give you the position. I'll give you the player. We'll say who we think has the advantage, and we'll put a check, and then we'll keep a tally, and we'll see if the Giants are close, far away from the Patriots, close to the Patriots, or even better than the Patriots were their last year when they were 4-13. I'll start with the head coaches. The Patriots went and signed Mike Vrabel in year one. He makes it to the Super Bowl after taking a year off from the Titans. Comes back and takes the Patriots all the way to the Super Bowl, runner up. And of course, we got our guy John Harbaugh. He didn't take a year off, Paul. Comes right from the Ravens, refresh, and takes over the New York Giants. Paul, is there an advantage somewhere? Is it even? Which way are you going here?
I'm gonna say it's even for the only reason that Mike Vrabel won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. Great coach. He's now led 2 teams into the playoffs. Obviously, Harbaugh, a Super Bowl winner. It remains to be seen what he can do with the Giants. Hopefully, we will attain that level that we had in the past. But I think right now I'm going to say it's even.
I'm with you because Vrabel got to the Super Bowl this year. And Harbaugh, yes, he's won one, but I'm gonna stay with the even here because Vrabel maybe Harbaugh's got to prove it with the Giants. But I'll agree with you on the even there. So on to the players. Let's talk about the most important position on the field, quarterback. Drake
Hmm.
May, second year, gets of course, I'm going to sound like a broken record. Drake May, Super Bowl second year, but first year, his rookie year, didn't start, just like Jackson Dart didn't start. Who has the advantage here? Jackson Dart comes in. How's year two? Can Jackson Dart be better or the same as Drake May?
Uh, all the credit goes to Drake May. Guy had a phenomenal year. Was considered one of the finalists for the MVP. If Jackson Dart can attain that level in his second year, the Giants clearly will have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I'm going to go with Drake May, just slightly better. Uh, my answer will be different come next February if Jackson Dart and the Giants are not only in the playoffs, but maybe possibly the Super Bowl. Let's dream. But right now, I got to give Drake May a little advantage. So check next to Drake May.
You're going to get the check next to Drake May. I'm going to call this one another even, and I'll tell you why. It's a simple fact, and I want to say hello to Keith Brugman. We'll get his question
Thank
in a
you.
second. What's going on, Keith? I watched Drake May against Denver, and I think Denver may have exposed him. I watched Drake May against a good defense in the Super Bowl. Did not look very good. 2 weeks in a row against two good defenses at the very end. Even you can even go to the Texans and the Chargers. He did not have a good playoff, but the defense carried him and the run game carried him. Drake May fell down a little bit, and that's why I'm calling it even because Jackson Dart I think is trending up. Drake May fizzled out a little bit, so give me an even there, and hopefully it goes to
Okay.
the next level. I just didn't like what I seen out of Drake May in the last 3 4 weeks of the playoffs. So
You know how much I love Jackson Dart. I have a feeling Drake May, they're going to come out and say he was injured, but that's just me. I think that there's some possible injury that he was playing with over the last few weeks, especially in the playoffs. But anyway,
okay,
let's
yeah.
move on.
Let's take a second from this because I know it's going to take a few minutes. So I want to get Keith's question in because he comes in with an early question. Uh, Keith, Rocky Mountain Sports Network. We got the Denver Bronco Roundup fan, Denver Bronco Roundup podcast Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, and a podcast called the Juice Football Talk Show, which you can catch on the Rocky Mountain Sports Network as well, with yours truly and Trevor Salzman doing the hosting there. But he has a question. Gentlemen, great to see you. Great to see you as always, Mr. Brugman.
Thank you.
If Harbaugh starts slow, Paul, how many 5 wins or less years does he get?
Oh, he's not going anywhere. He's here. Um, they're not starting with 5 wins. I love the question, Keith, but they will not tolerate 5 wins. He will not tolerate 5 win seasons. Um, he will turn this team around immediately. They will play for him, as he said in his press conference. He wants players that love football, play football, basically married to football. And if he doesn't have guys like that, they are out. He is not going to fool around. He did not come here to look like a fool. He'll just put the cherry on top of his Hall of Fame career by making the Giants winners again.
Yep. Our good friend Glenn Ashley and Kurt's also chiming in saying hello, and their good
Hey,
friend
Kurt. Hey,
Glenn
Glenn.
Ashley from Australia is playing
Hmm.
along. And Drake May played against, I thought it was 9 teams that fired their coach.
No
Two of
kidding.
them twice. So the Dolphins and the Bills twice. So 11
Right.
games. The media loves him, meaning Drake May. I'm not sold on him yet. Dart was much better against our defense, and we had Jones at safety too, meaning he's a Bronco fan as well, Glenn. So he's saying that Dart looked much better against their defense than Drake May did. So that keeps me confidence that maybe this won't be even. Maybe Dart will be better than Drake May.
By
So,
next year, I could say that also.
yep. So we'll move on. We'll move on. And I know we're gonna have some differences here. We got running back one. I put Ramondre Stevenson versus Tyrone Tracy.
Um, I love Tracy. I'm going to give Tracy the nod. I think he has become, I mean, 2 straight years over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. I love the guy. I mean, I think he's turned into a guy that has become a good player in the NFL. So I'm going to give the Giants the nod with him.
I like it because you know what? I'm going to do it too. I think Tracy's got a lot of a bigger ceiling than Stevenson at this point in his career. So I think the future's bright for Ramondre's for Tyrone Tracy over Ramondre Stevenson. Uh, let's say hello to our good friend Graham coming in, our producer for K&K Sports Show. He's got a question. Hi guys, how do you feel about Abdul Carter going forward? Do you think his issues are in the past, Paul?
Absolutely. I have no doubt this guy is going to play his butt off for John Harbaugh. Believe me, John Harbaugh demands excellence, and these guys are going to play hard for him. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I've already heard so many other players saying, this is the guy we need, this is the coach we need. So I think there's a rededication to in the Giant organization with John Harbaugh. No doubt about it, especially a guy like Abdul Carter who hasn't proven anything yet.
Yep. Right on, Graham said. I couldn't have said it better, Paul. I'm going to echo your words pretty much. I would highly, highly doubt if he has off the field issues with Harbaugh and the veteran coach and staff coming in. That's not going to allow it to be a circus at MetLife. It's going to be business. So I see Abdul Carter having a much better season than last year. Let's hope we're right. RB2, two rookies. Trevion Henderson versus Cam Scatterbo.
I mean, it's not fair to compare the two, quite honestly. Obviously, Cam played half a season before he got a season-ending injury. Henderson was amazing. I think he had 4 runs over 50 yards. So, I mean, if you have to give a check mark, give it to him. But I think if they both stayed healthy, it would have been pretty close.
I'm with you, Paul. Incomplete for Scatterbo because of the injury. Would have been
Yeah.
very close without Henderson. Looks like he's going to be their future RB1. I'm not sure why they didn't use him much in the Super Bowl, but that's to be said. But RB1 of the future for the Patriots. I'll give them the slight nod over incomplete for me with Cam Scatterbo. Let's move on to the wide receivers. Wide receiver one, I got Stephon Diggs versus Malik Neighbors.
Uh, the problem is you have a guy coming off an ACL injury, Neighbors, and Diggs. Where was he in the Super Bowl? Quite honestly, you I mean, 3 4 years ago, I would have probably said Diggs, who's one of the best receivers. Now he's sort of in a decline. So again, it's sort of even because I don't know what Neighbors is going to give you next year, or at least the beginning of the year. Potentially, yeah, give me Neighbors based on his rookie year. But um, um, again, moving forward into next year, let's hope he's healthy and he's going to be uh, uh, one of the best receivers in the league.
I'm gonna go Malik Neighbors. I think the ceiling's way too high for him. I think Diggs is on his decline and a rapid one. He's not the Stephon Diggs that was up in you
Mhm.
know in Buffalo. He's not that player, and we're seeing it. So even with Neighbors' injury, I'm still gonna go Neighbors as the advantage in this one. I think he's going to have a better year than Diggs, no doubt. And I'll take my chances there. How about this one? Wide receiver two, Kayshawn Boutte, Darius Slayton.
I wouldn't even. I'll be honest. If I can be honest, I wouldn't even call Darius Slayton my number two. I would call Wendell Robinson my number two
Well, we don't
receiver.
have Wandale Robinson signed yet, so I couldn't put him on there.
Well, okay. Um, Butte was not bad last year for the Patriots. Darius Slayton, I mean, I guess he's been somewhat consistent when he's not dropping the ball. I would say even. I would do even.
I'm gonna give it to Butte. I'll be nice here. I think Darius Slayton. I don't know, just not the player I thought he was gonna be last year. I thought he would have come on with the injury. Wandale Robinson's the guy who came on, but that being said, I'll give Butte a slight edge. I just don't. I don't think the ceiling's higher for Slayton. I think Butte's got maybe a chance to be a little more have a better career than Slayton. I'll give him the slight edge. And then wide receiver three, Mac Hollins, and I put Gunnar Olszewski there because we don't know if we're going to re-sign Wandale Robinson.
Mac Hollins.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Gunnar Olszewski, but I got to give it to Mac Hollins right now. Now, the asterisk, if Wandale Robinson comes back, Wandale Robinson better than Butte and Hollins, and I know you would agree with that because you were going to put him
Mhm.
ahead of Butte.
Course.
Uh, let's move on to the tight end number one, Hunter Henry versus Theo Johnson.
I'm going to take Theo Johnson. I think Hunter Henry has seen his better days. Theo Johnson has a higher uh, uh, possibility to become a better pro. So,
Yeah,
especially in this offense.
yeah. In this offense, you always Nagy coming over. I think Travis Kelsey, his career elevated because of Matt Nagy, so I could see Theo Johnson's career. The offensive line as a whole, Paul, we got Will Campbell, Jared Wilson, two rookies on the left side versus Andrew Thomas and John Runyon. The centers are Garrett Bradbury and John Michael Schmitz. The right side, Mike Awanu and Morgan Moses. And then on our side, I put Van Roten and Bo because we don't know if Illuminor is coming back. We don't know what that right side's going to look like.
Uh, the Giant offensive line last year, I think they finished ninth in best rated offensive line. But, excuse me, um, Patriots offensive line was excellent last year. I'm going to say the Patriots line.
I'm going to go Giants line because that rookie side was bad. Was bad against the Broncos, was bad in the Super Bowl, 7 sacks. Will Campbell, little bust maybe. I got to give it to the Giants in all
Let,
fairness.
Kenny, let me just say this. I read this morning, actually, Will Campbell admitted in the game 12, he had, I think, an ACL or some
Mm,
type of leg injury. So he was playing with an injured leg from game 12. So I'm
wow.
not making excuses for him, but that's
No,
what it was.
gotcha. But yeah, I'll take if I had a choice, I'm going to take Andrew Thomas and Runyon over two rookies. So I'm going to give the slight edge to the Giants in the offensive line. I love that, love it. Uh, Eddie Murphy wanted to know if we saw what Hollins wore to the game. Yeah, that was a little
Yeah,
bump. I tell you.
yeah.
All right, so there's our offensive side, and if I'm looking at the offensive side, Giants have a pretty good chance of being there, but we still got the defense, and our defense was not very good last year. So let's see how our defense stacks up against the Patriots defense. Uh, the defensive ends I wrote for the Patriots: Milton Williams and Corey Durden versus Vernon Golston and our defensive ends. We got Brian Burns as defensive end. They listed him as a defensive end and not an edge rusher.
I'm gonna go with Brian Burns. He had a great
Yeah,
year. Milton Williams is good, but I'm going with Brian Burns.
how could you not? Uh, but yeah, that's an easy one that gift out to the Giants. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Christian Barrymore versus Dexter Lawrence. Down year for Dex. If you want to throw a couple of the backups in, you got Darius Alexander. I'll throw Darius Alexander in there.
Um, I'm only saying the Giants because of what Dexter Lawrence has done, and hopefully he's improved. But they had a horrible year last year, and hopefully the run defense gets better and he improves from just from his reputation and becomes the player that he was in the past.
I can't disagree with you. Dexter Lawrence, yeah, I don't think it could get any worse than it was last year. And I think it all falls down into coaching. You know, you don't want to play for somebody you're not going to put the effort in. So I think you're
Mhm.
going to see a motivated guy to be that much better next year. The edge rushers, we got Anthony Jennings, Kayvon Chason, and Harold Landry. And I put down Thibodeau Carter for the Giants.
The Patriot players were very impressive. Kason is a pretty good player, very low key player. Landry was pretty good. Um, Came over with Vrabel from Titans. I'll go with the Giants only for the potential of what I think Carter can do next year.
Gotcha. Luby saying congratulations on the design. Uh, can you post here where exactly we can see you now? She's tried the Roku search and it's not coming up. Uh,
Yeah.
Try Surge Sports. We can. We're going to be broadcasting on Surge Sports. SURGE on the Roku or Fire Stick. We're in testing mode right now, so there may be a technical difficulty. This is not the official launch today, but we're testing it today. So if you want to test it, try it, Luby, and if it doesn't show up, we will get in touch with the people and find out why it didn't pop up. But the official launch will be next week. Uh, thank you, Luby, for
Thank you,
pointing that out.
my love.
I agree with you, you know, and but I know this can be the one that if I had the most confidence in flipping, Thibodeau and Carter will flip it, and they will be the better of the two next year. But Thibodeau's injuries and Carter's off the field antics at practices, I got to go with the Patriots right now. Uh,
Mhm.
and speaking of our good friend, let's say hello to him, Bobby Blackjack, Bobby Gorente. We call him Blackjack. His nickname's Blackjack. Welcome to Surge Sports Entertainment TV on Roku and Amazon TV, boys. So it is working. So thank you, Bobby, for
Thank you,
saying
Bobby.
hello. Luby,
Hey,
we'll check it. We'll figure out. It's Surge Sports and Entertainment. Uh, you should be able to find it on the Roku and Fire Stick. We're excited to be with you. The official launch we'll have next week. We'll try and get Bobby on live, and we can, talk about it a little bit and talk about our Giants as well with Bobby, who's a huge Giants fan. And Luby's saying, okay, so hopefully it's working, Paul.
okay,
All
good,
right. So
great.
continuing on, like I just said, the Giants. That's the one that I think the easiest one. I think we can flip, and I think we will flip. We got a couple more positions, and then we'll make our overall analysis. Could the Giants be this year's Patriots next year? Linebackers: Robert Spillane, Christian Ellis. They got a couple good ones versus Bobby Okereke, Darian Musau right now. Maybe draft, maybe free agent, maybe re-sign Michael McFadden. Which way you going here?
I'm going with the Patriots. I'm underwhelmed by the Giant linebackers. We need to draft a good linebacker, high pick for next year. So right now, I'm going with Patriots without a doubt.
Yeah, this one's the easy one. Yeah, the easiest one, and this the one that needs the most improvement, like you said. So Patriots, I think, is that's one of their strong points, one of the weak points in the Giants' defense. The corners and the nickelback. We got Carlton Davis, Christian Gonzalez, and Marcus Jones versus True Phillips, uh, Paulson Adebu, and right now Tay Banks. Maybe Cordell Flott. Maybe we draft somebody as well there.
After watching Kristen Gonzalez save two touchdowns in the Super Bowl, that's all I have to say. there's no comparison for those guys versus what the Giants have right now.
No, he is so much better than what the Giants have. Drew Phillips and Adebu, I think, are even with the other two guys, maybe, but you got to give this one to the Patriots. Gonzalez, what a performance. I mean, that game would have
Yeah,
been 45-7 without him, without his play
definitely.
on Njigba and Shaheed. And then the last position, Paul, safeties, we got Jalen Hawkins and Craig Woodson versus Tyler Nubin and Javon Holland. And we
The
could
way the
throw in
Giants say
Dane Belton as well.
Yeah, the way the Giants safeties, not so much Dane Belton, but the others so underwhelmed. And Woodson was all over the field, over the whole playoffs for that matter. So I'm going with their safeties. I'm not going to be a homer. I'm going with the Patriots safeties right now.
Yeah, Holland injured, Newman down year. I expect better things from Tyler Newman, to be honest with you. But right now, I got to go Patriots as well. So we agreed on a decent amount. But looking at it, the quarterbacks are close, the coaching's close. We gave a lot. We gave some positions to the offense with defense. Their defense was good, and our defenses got some improving to do. Could this Giants team be next year's? Could this upcoming Giants team be this past year's Patriots, Paul?
Yeah, listen, right now, my feeling is this. The floor for me is 10 wins and a playoff, uh, getting to the playoffs. Once we get into the playoffs, we've seen it before with this New York Giants teams. Anything can happen. So let's get into the playoffs at least minimally first year, and then hopefully build from that. But Super Bowl, if that's all possible, hey, that would be unbelievable. But let's take baby steps. I want to get into the playoffs. That's my minimum. I'm saying it right now. I've seen the schedule. There's no reason why we can't beat teams to get 10 wins this coming season and get to the playoffs. That's my floor at this point.
I like it. Real quick, Glenn's saying Giants can improve significantly. I think you look at maximizing this draft. Uh,
Mhm.
Pick five. You said it best. The Patriots, I forget who alluded, Glenn alluded to it. 11 games versus coaches who got fired.
Mhm.
Broncos in the playoffs, no starting. They didn't have their starting quarterback, Bo Nix. The Texans did not have in the playoffs, did not have their number one wide receiver. The Chargers, they played Herbert on a hand that he played broken for a few weeks. He had a broken hand, a throwing hand that he was playing with. They benefited from, and you play who's on your schedule. Just like, you got your hard schedule, you play who's on your schedule. You can't fix that. Giants aren't going to benefit from that. And I don't think the Giants are going to be Super Bowl contenders next year, but we are going to take a lot of steps forward, meaning possible chance at playoffs, 500 record right there, improve in the draft, get a couple free agents. I'm excited about this team. I'm not going to go and put all my chips in and say, oh, they're going to be the Super Bowl contender. And by the way, I saw FanDuel posted on ESPN, one of the shows, Giants are 70-1 odds to make it to the Super Bowl. The most early money was put on the Giants already. So a lot of people are maybe falling into that trap. I'm on here, Paul's on here on a New York Giants football talk podcast. Don't fall into the trap. Be happy with the steps forward. Don't be discouraged if we don't make the Super Bowl next year. Because I think we are better than this. We could be better than this Patriots team, but the schedule and the teams that you're going to face, your competition, it's not going to make you 14-3 next year, most likely.
Yeah,
So,
and Kenny, I mean, Seattle, obviously, the Rams, the 49ers are going to get healthy.
yeah.
The Bears are improving. Obviously, the turnaround in Philadelphia is going to turn around. So there's going to be a lot of the Lions will be back. There's going to be a lot of competition in the NFC this year.
Yep. So that was our comparisons, Paul. You want to do anything else on the comparisons, or you
No,
want
I think we
to
did a good job. Good
per,
segment, Kenny.
perfect start to the show? We're right there at the halfway point, so it's good. We got two more segments, and I think they'll take right around that time. So
All
I
right, good.
think we're right in right on schedule, which is good.
All right. Thanks, Kenny. So our next segment, everyone, uh, you may know it or not, but February 14th is Saturday, and for those of you who are familiar with it, it is Valentine's Day. So there's still time to get your significant other a Valentine's Day gift of some sort. And would we be not supporting Valentine's Day without having our own Valentine's Day football team? This is our all pro football team made up of Valentine's Day, and you'll get the sense. So, Kenny, we should have quarterbacks on this Valentine's Day team, right?
Absolutely,
Okay.
100%.
So, our number one quarterback, who else but Jordan Love is our number one quarterback. All right. Our number two quarterback, in case he gets hurt, and he has been hurt, our number two quarterback, Sage Rosenfeld. And our number three quarterback, no relation to this guy, our number three quarterback, Josh Rosen. Right?
And Josh Rosen was rumored to be a New York Giant. Remember that
Yeah.
one? And thank
Yep.
goodness they didn't. No bash on your last name there, but I'm pretty happy we didn't have a Rosen on our Giants.
Thank you. Though I did want to have a jersey with my name on it, but that's besides the point. All right. We need a wide receiver. And this guy played for the Dolphins, Brian Hartline. All right. Because what would Valentine's Day be without hearts? And our tight end, who played on a number of teams, including the Colts, the Jets, the Panthers, and Patriots, Ben Hartsock. What would a good team be without a good offensive line? We've seen it. And Kenny, it just so happens that three of these guys are Giants or former Giants. Our first, we'd like to forget him, but you know what? If you forget to do this to your significant other, you might be sent to dinner. You might be sent to bed without dinner. Eric Flowers is offensive lineman. Another offensive lineman that we had, Barbie Hart. And what's Valentine's Day without another heart? And our last offensive lineman, and I took a little poetic license with this, our current offensive lineman, Marcus Cupid Bow. Get it?
I like it.
All right. And we even have a kicker who actually is a Super Bowl kicker, Super Bowl winner with the Saints, Garrett Hartley. So a lot of hearts, a lot of flowers, presents for our offense. Our defense, defensive lineman, played with the Patriots, the Chiefs, Panthers, Kyle Love. So we have a lot of love going around both on offense and defense. Not too many other position players except for defensive backs, but again, a guy who made a big interception in the Super Bowl, former Giant, great player at Notre Dame, Julian Love, is in our defensive backfield. Couple of other bouquets that are in the defensive backfield. Player for the Giants in the secondary, played back in the 80s, Larry Flowers. Some of you guys might remember, some of you older fans, and even an older Giant defensive back, another bouquet, Richmond Flowers, Back when I first started watching the Giants, he played with the Giants, and because Valentine's Day, you get a little amorous, a little romance. Last Giant former player I threw in there, Felipe Sparks, because you got to get those sparks flying on Valentine's Day. Of course, another defensive back for the Giants. Ask me if we have a coach, Kenny.
Do we have a coach, Paul?
Of course
Not
we have
named
a coach.
Harbaugh.
Of course we have a coach. No, our Valentine's Day coach, team. Our coach, of course, Lovey Smith is our coach. And ask me if we have a commissioner for this particular team.
Do we have a commissioner?
We have a commissioner, Pete Rozelle. So there's my all Valentine's team for Valentine's Day 2026.
Love it. And you know what? I'll throw a current Giant on there just because of his nickname. We'll throw Sexy Dexy in there.
I love it.
We'll
That's
add
it.
him to the squad. Let's say
All
hello to
right.
our good friend Patrick Wiltsey. Mentioned that at the beginning of the show. Lion Coffee, best stuff
Hey,
around.
Patrick.
Aloha, my friend. Patrick takes care of us here at New York Giants Football Talk. Uh, Treats us well with amazing coffee. Go on the website lioncoffee.com. Use the code Patrick10 and you'll get 10% off of your coffee. Anything you order off of Lion Coffee, and it'll be shipped to you by Patrick himself. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate all
Thank
your
you, Patrick, very much.
generosity and support you give all our shows. That was great. That was a little fun little fast little segment there to represent Valentine's Day. I'm gonna give Paul some homework now since he did Valentine's Day. I know he could do one for St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up because I'm Irish. So maybe Paul will do a nice green one for me. A lot of Irish names, Micah McFadden, I'm sure, but maybe we'll come
We
out
could
with an
do that.
all pro. I'm going to give Paul a little homework and make it a little harder for him. An all pro team, St. Patrick's Day, all pro
All
team.
right. I'll give you the owner's name already, John Mara.
John Merritt, love it. Let's say hello to Sharon. Sharon's saying hello. Hey there, gentlemen.
Hey,
So,
Sharon.
what a pathetic Super Bowl game. Yeah, it was not a good one. I agree. Want to
News
forget.
Fest.
Your Buffalo Bills got robbed. It would have been a better game. Denver Broncos would have been a better game. You got to, next year, Buffalo, next year, Denver. You guys will get it right. I think you'll be facing each other in the AFC Championship game. But
All right.
holiday named after me, Patrick's saying.
St. Pat. That's true.
All
All right.
right.
Well, let's go on to the next segment. So, if you watch the Super Bowl, they showed a lot of celebrities in the stands. Always, every Super Bowl always gets a lot of celebrities to go, and they want to be seen, of course. And if you watched our show last week, we did our Super Bowl city comparisons that I do every year. And for Seattle, we had Will Farrell. For the New England, for the Patriots, we had Dave Portnoy. And for the Giants, we compared New York, since it is a Giant show. We had John Bon Jovi. So this week, what we'd like to do, and you guys can play along with us, I'm going to test Kenny. And I've come up with a list, two lists actually, of fans of the New York Giants and fans of the New York Jets. All right. So I'm going to give him a name. I'm going to read him a name, and I'm going to grade him, and he's going to tell me, is this person a fan of the Giants or a fan of the New York Jets Republicans? All right. So I'm gonna start off with an easy one, Kenny. I'm gonna give you a layup here. All right. If I give you the name Tracy Morgan, is that a Big Blue fan or is that a Gang Green fan?
Tracy is a big blue fan.
Okay, you're right. Kenny, let me just tell you, Luby just came in and told me she couldn't find it, so we got to work that out.
Okay.
Nothing, yeah. So we got to work out that. So we'll get it straightened out. All right. I'll give you. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to give you another layup. If I give you Adam Sandler, is he a Jets fan or a G-Man fan?
Adam Sandler is a Jets fan.
Okay. All right, we got those two out of the way. Now it's going to get a little harder. Daniel Radcliffe. Those of you who may know that actor, he was Harry Potter. Is he a football Giants fan or is he a gangrene New York Jets fan?
Doesn't mean anything when I say, I don't really see him at Giants games, but I'm going to say he's a Jets fan.
He's a Giants fan.
Yeah, right. I'm doing great. There we go.
All right. Jonah Hill, famous actor, did in a lot of movies. Good actor. Is he a Jets fan or is he a Giants fan? I believe he's from New York or New Jersey. I think he's from the East too.
Love Jonah Hill. Great actor. Like you said, Moneyball was great. Super bad in his
Mhm.
early days. I'll go Jets.
You are right. All right. Next one. Hugh Jackman, a tremendous actor, Broadway star, singer, uh, been in so many Wolverine. I mean, amazing actor. Is he a Gents fan or is he a gangrene Jets fan?
Amazing actor, like you said. I think he's got to be a Giants fan.
You are right. He is. All right. Tom Cruise. Obviously, what can be said about Tom Cruise as an actor? Amazing. So many memorable films. Uh, Giants fan or Jets fan?
Phew, Tom Cruise. I think I would have heard if he was a Giants fan. It's got to be Jets for Cruise.
He's a Giants fan.
He's a Giants fan. Oh, let me get a comment from Bobby and back to the Valentine's Day segment. Bobby Blackjack coming in. If you order your Valentine's gifts on Amazon, you'll get a lot of parcels delivered to you there.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Good one, Bobby. All right. Kevin James, Giants fan or Jets fan?
I'm either gonna make myself look really bad here, or I'm actually gonna notice one. I really think I've seen him in green before. I think he's a Jets fan.
Yes, you are right. Good one. All right.
The sweat is
Ray,
pouring.
Ray Romano, Jets
Ray
fan or
Romano.
Giants fan?
I think he's a Giants fan.
He's a Jets fan.
He
Oh, I
is a
thought you
Jets
didn't
fan.
get that. No.
I could see him being a
Big
Jets
Jets
fan there.
fan.
Yeah. See, I never watched
All right.
Everybody Loves Raymond. I was never a big Ray Romano guy. So,
Oh, okay. Lady Gaga. She was on
ooh,
halftime, Super Bowl halftime show Sunday. Um, Gangrene or G-Men fan?
this one's tough. I'm gonna call her a Jets fan.
Giants fan.
Oh, well, good. So, like, I got nothing against Lady Gaga. I think she's a heck of an artist. I liked her music. I like her music. I'm glad to know she's a Giants fan. I have no
Yeah.
issues with that.
All right. Larry David, famous Seinfeld creator, Curb Your Enthusiasm, funny guy, G-Men or Jets fan?
The way Paul's hyping him up, he's got to be a Giants fan.
No, Kenny, he's a huge Jets fan. In fact, there was a famous episode where it was his friend passed away rooting for the Jets, and they had a whole play on it in one of the episodes.
Richie
So
playing along. Larry's a Jets fan. What's up,
yeah,
Richie?
big Jets fan. All right, George R. Martin. Those of you who don't know the name, creator of one of the all-time great series, Game of Thrones. Jets fan or Big Blue?
Big Blue.
Yeah, huge Giants fan. Good one. Um, Chris Rock, famous comedian. Love him. Huge fan of his. Jets or Giants, Kenny?
Man, I'll tell you what, this list so far, these teams, the Jets, if the Giants start winning, I better start seeing these actors at the game and this and that. Like you see them at every Knicks game. It's
That's
time to
true.
start showing up at the Giants games. And I don't know about the Jets, but it's time to start showing our faces at the Giants game. Chris Rock, Giants.
Jets fan.
I'm striking out here, man.
Oh man.
How
All right,
many
a
of these
few
did you
more.
know before you looked them up? Be honest.
Um, a few, but not a few
Not as bad
surprised
as
me. I
me.
have to
Not as
say.
bad as me.
I have to say. All right. Queen Latifah, singer, actress, comedian, Giants, blue or green?
I missed the name. A notification popped up. What was the name of the
Queen
comedian?
Latifah.
Queen
Queen
Latifah.
Latifah.
Giants.
Yes. All right.
I knew that one. I
Very good.
was confident on that one.
The late, great star of The Sopranos, James Gandolfini.
If I
Jets
get the
or Giants?
if I get this wrong, Kurt's brother Ryan's gonna come knocking on my door and put me in cement shoes. James Gandolfini. Uh, it's 50-50. Jets?
Yes. In fact, if you remember the episode, there was an episode where Eric Mangini had a cameo on one of the Soprano episodes because he
I
came
wanna
over and said hello to him in the restaurant in Artie Bucco's restaurant.
Look, I want to give a quick shout out and hello to my cousins and owner of Bedford Falls, Charleston, saying hello. They saying Kenny, great hat, and I want to thank them for posting our show on their restaurant page over there in Charleston. Huge Giant fans, and you'll like this, Paul. They are huge Mets fans as well.
Nice.
So, Bedford
All
Falls.
right.
If you're in that Charleston, South Carolina area, please go check their restaurant out. They're amazing. They got a sister restaurant. Well, the original, I believe, is Bedford Falls, New York City. So we may be making a road trip there. Come
Make a
Giant
road trip
season.
to Charleston.
Yeah,
I understand it's so
absolutely.
nice down
Guys,
there.
thanks again for posting us on your page, and we appreciate the support. And hopefully we can make a trip down to Charleston one day and come see you guys.
Nice. All right. Another Sopranos star, Joe Gandolfini, played Vito on The Sopranos. G-Men or Jets, Jets?
Vito is got to be a Giants fan.
Yes, he is. Good one. Nice, Kenny.
I'm.
All right. Couple more. Michael J. Fox,
Ooh,
great actor, longtime actor, um, amazing. Jets fan, Giants fan.
that's tough. Like, is Paul gonna throw a Michael J. Fox at me? Like, what? Who is he a fan of? I'm gonna go Giants and hope he's a Giants fan.
Jets fan,
No,
sorry,
I
Kenny.
was gonna go Jets. I was gonna. I said no. I got a feeling he's a Giants fan. Darn it.
All right. Couple more. Um, 50 Cent. Is 50 Cent Queens guy, Giants fan or Jets fan?
I think you gave it away when you said Queens guy. I'm gonna go Jets.
Giants.
Oh, threw a curveball at me again. Baseball season, pitchers and catchers reporting soon. Paul's throwing the curves.
All right. We'll
Quick
do a
hello
couple.
from Clayton saying hello, guys.
Hey,
Be sure
Clayton.
to smash that like button and subscribe. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, you like what you're seeing, it helps us out. It's free of charge. It gets us noticed. If you like the content you're seeing, you like our beautiful faces, give us a like.
All right. Mariska Hargitay, great actress, longtime actress, great series, Law and Order. Jet fan or Giant fan?
I like to say she's a big Giant fan.
She's a Jets fan. All
Again,
right.
this is if the Giants and Jets were good, I'd probably get 90% of these correct. They're
All
all
right.
hiding, they're all hiding.
Yeah. Two quick ones. Jon Stewart, talk show host, comedian, Jets fan, Giants fan.
I know I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to go Jets.
Giants. And the last one, Jay Moore, also a comedian, actor. He's been in a few roles. I think he was even in the movie with Tom Cruise. I think he played with Show Me the Money, whatever I forgot the name of the movie was. Um, anyway, see a Jets fan or a Giants fan?
I feel I know this one. I feel this is Jets.
You are correct, gangrene. All right. So out of 20, let me see how many you got
uh,
right. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Kind of put Paul on mute.
All right. You got 10 out of 20.
Hey,
So
50%. All right. All right.
50%.
All
That
right.
wasn't bad, I have to say. That's not
Well, you know
bad.
what? It was 50-50, so it turned out I got 50
That's
for
true. So
uh,
you did a great job, Kenny.
yeah, and see, no cheating here. Paul told me what the
No,
agenda was going to be. I would not go on and cheat and get an idea of who he was going to put on there. That's not the way we roll. We always have
no.
fun here, and great fun segment there, Paul. Uh,
Great job.
yeah, definitely. But Bobby, I gotta. If you're out there listening, homework for you since we are going to be on Surge Sports Network going forward. Maybe Bobby can get one of these actors. Probably got some Sopranos ties, Bobby. I know he's the Goomba over there in New Jersey, my Goomba. Maybe we can get somebody from the Sopranos. There's some big sports fans over there. Steve
Dennis
Sciarippa.
Goldie's a huge Giants, Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Chef. He's a wonderful chef. You can talk about that's delicious food.
Kurt. That looks delicious with Kurt. Yeah. Anyway, that was great segment there, Paul.
Thank
Uh,
you.
we got a couple minutes left. Any rapid fire open agenda questions off the top of your head you're thinking of?
Um, what do you think? The Giants are interviewing, John Harbaugh is interviewing Brian Callahan.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
like
think
that a lot.
of that?
I was okay with him as offensive coordinator. I love the experienced coaching staff we're doing. Mike
Mm-hmm.
Nagy, Roman,
Yep.
interviewing Callahan. This is incredible for a young quarterback and a young offense.
I
This
agree.
is incredible.
And you know what that says? Obviously, you bring in someone with the legacy of Harbaugh. But the fact that he is so comfortable surrounding himself with these senior kind of guys who have been with great organizations, they've had experience as head coaches. So he's so comfortable with that and that's what you do. If you're a good leader, you bring in people like that. You have the confidence to say, hey, I know what I can do, but other people can do it just as well, if not better. So you support your team bringing in people like this. So if they can hire him, I think it's a home run hire.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more. Uh, couldn't agree more. I couldn't disagree more. It must be getting near the end of the show. I'm mixing my words in there. Couldn't disagree more. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. You know, that the offense alone, and I'm high on Denard Wilson too. I think he's going to be good on the defensive side, and what
Mhm.
they have on the defense, I think, is going to improve well. Very excited about the coaching staff. Let's do a quick one, Paul. We got about 2 minutes, and then we'll get our final thoughts in. We mentioned it last week. Don't want to get into too much because it's been a fun show, but Eli Manning
Hmm.
snubbed from the Hall of Fame again. We'll just take a minute or two on it because it's just a disgrace. Belichick is one thing, and Eli now on top of it. Like, you don't want to make him a first ballot, that's fine. But what did he do not to be a second ballot Hall of Famer? You know,
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Luke Kuechly and these guys,
Right.
but Eli Manning's better than them.
Yeah, I totally agree, Kenny. Um, Listen, Drew Brees, top five
Yeah.
quarterback. Larry Fitzgerald, great player. Roger Craig probably should have made it years ago. Why he didn't, I just don't understand it. Um, and Adam Vinatieri, no knock on him. I mean, I will say, reading Eli's feelings, took the high road, very professional. Hey, whatever happens, happens. If I make it in another few years, so what? If not, it can't take away from my career and what it meant playing for the Giants. So that's a great attitude that he has. From a fan standpoint, it's difficult to understand how he wasn't elected, if not last year, even this year. But I'm hoping maybe next year. I looked at some of the names, and maybe next week we could even look at some of the names that are eligible for the 2027 Hall of Fame. Um, no one really pops out in terms of, oh my God, the only one, actually, ironically, Ben Roethlisberger would be the other quarterback.
But
But
Eli
uh,
had a better career than him,
I
beating the
think so.
Patriots in two Super Bowls. So, yeah, I agree.
But yeah, thanks for bringing it up again. And as long as he's comfortable with it, I guess we as fans should be. But clearly, something's wrong with the way the system is, as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned.
Let's do this, Paul. Let's do some final thoughts. I will start off and give you the final words tonight. Uh, Thank you to you for amazing agenda tonight. Uh, amazing running the agenda, amazing show, a lot of fun as always. I love when we do the themes, the holiday themes and the games that we play on these off weeks. It's the week after a couple days after the Super Bowl. Not much to talk about in Giants land. We
Hmm.
spice it up a little bit, make it our own type of fun show, and unique. And I want to thank our audience. I want to thank everybody I could see here. We had your lovely wife Luby come in, Graham came in, Keith and Kurt, and of course my cousins over there at Bedford Falls. Go check them out if you're in the South Carolina, Charleston area, or even in New York City, closer to our neck of the woods. Bedford Falls, New York City. Amazing restaurant, New York Giants, Mets fans. Uh, Go check them out. Clayton, Richie Katwika. Uh, I said Bobby. We had Sharon come in. Patrick over there in Hawaii. A Lion Coffee once again. Eddie Murphy popped in to say hello. Glenn all the way down from Australia. and a few others. If I missed you, not purposely, I apologize. Uh, Thank you so much. Support means the world to us. That's why we do it for you guys. We love doing this. We have so much fun doing it. Last two things. Let me know what you think of our new little logo up there in the right-hand corner. And next week, the official launch will be joining uh, Surge Sports and Entertainment on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick. You can catch us on there all throughout the week, not just live. It'll be broadcasted all throughout the week. All of our shows will be on there. Thank you to Bobby. We look forward to it. Let's try and get you on next week, Bobby, if we can make it work. Love to have you on as our guest next week, talking Giants football and talking about Surge Sports and Entertainment a little bit. Thank you, everybody. I know it went a little long. I'm going to give Paul the final words tonight.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, everybody. Big shout out to Bobby. Looking forward to moving ahead with you and Surge Sports. Can't wait. Thank you, everybody out there. As we always say, it's because of you that we're here week after week. Looking forward to the off season, the combines in a few weeks, and then the free agency, and then the draft will be right around the corner. So, looking forward to a great Giant off season. Thank you again, Kenny. Great, fun show tonight, and we'll be here next week. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.